Good afternoon traders, it's Simon at Kairos Capital Markets with a weekly review of Aussie dollar and pound yen. This one's a little bit late this week. It's Monday afternoon right now, so we're almost a day into the week already. Sorry it's a little bit late. So what I'm going to do is pop to the DXY first one and show you what I see here. So on the DXY, we've actually had this acceleration to the downside. So as you come up, you had this doji type inverted hammer here, small bearish candle here, a more bearish bigger candle here, and then quite a huge accelerating candle here, and that is closed below 93 quite cleanly there. So for me personally, I do feel now this can move down to at least 92. On the daily, that looks like this. So 92 is on the bottom line there. Also notice how this closed below the inverse head and shoulder pattern. So left shoulder here, head, right shoulder, and we've actually had a close on the weekly chart below this inverse head and shoulder pattern. So 92 really would be my target if I was to sell the dollar. So how's that look on Aussie dollar now? So on the weekly chart of Aussie dollar, we actually have quite a lot of bullish sentiment here just right now. So we've got this 4-touch trend line with an inside bar. We've got RSI sitting, well, it actually bottomed out at almost 0 at one point, it did. So to me that looks quite bullish for me right now. And if you look at the lower time frames of the daily chart, it rejected the 755 level quite cleanly there and moved to the upside. Now if you then go down to the intraday charts here of Aussie dollar, you can see here how it's actually respected the 4-hour 50 MA has been broken to the upside quite nicely and tested again. Just take that out there for you. So price has come up and come down, test it, and now starting to move to the upside. This is quite key for bullish price action. If you notice, the 4-hour 50 MA has been respected quite a few times here. So the fact it had a break and retest for me does scream bullish sentiment now, just for the short term to around about 77. Well, that's 77.1 there, but 77 in the past. So with that said, that's what I feel happened this week with the Aussie dollar. Pound yen. Pound yen's one of these pairs where it's been in a horrendous triangle range for now a few weeks. It's done nothing and is still proceeding to do nothing right now. I did say last week, watch out for the break and retest of the 4-hour 50 EMA. As you saw there, I had this last week, and as you can see, we still are trapped in this downwards trend at the moment. But notice how it's plateauing out a little bit now at the 148 level, where it has struggled a bit to break above this. So any break and retest of the 4-hour 50 MA like you saw on Aussie dollar, so anything like this at the bottom, break and retest, just show that on guys, price come up then come down there. So the retest was here, inside bar, beautiful little trade there. So anything happens like that on pound yen would scream bullish. Any break and retest below 147.5 would scream bearish to me. So it's again, sit on your hands, do nothing with this pair. Could you trade this zone? You can do, don't get me wrong, you really can do, but if you've got a larger account, by the time you get in and get out, you're only getting a little meat in the middle. And if you're selling here, for example, you wouldn't even make any money there. That's the silly point about it. So for small accounts, maybe. Big accounts, I wouldn't be bothered too much with that. I'll just wait for the break and retest, and then we'll take it from there again. We would. So euro dollar as well. Euro dollar has been one of these trades where we had a break and retest the 4-hour 50, moved to the upside so significantly, it took everyone out. Now this was with the dollar weakness as well. The euro gained strength across the board. It did over the last couple of days. A lot of people said that could have been because of the Thanksgiving on Friday and most of America was off. It could be that, could be all sorts of things, but euro also had some good data out. So the fact of the matter is that it has moved up this way. I do feel now that it will head to 1.2, and 1.2 again, we need to see what's going to happen. So how does it get to 1.2? Well, we'll go back to this chart here and we'll just put a Fibonacci pullback in there up to that level there. And as you can see, the pullback of 618 is where the 4-hour 50 is, but the 4-hour 50 will come back to the 0.5 area, and that's at 1.1835. So you may find the price comes up, comes down, tests this area here, and then we'll head back up to 1.2. That is what I'd be looking for really, and that's what I'd be expecting. So with that said, it'd be something like this kind of trade, something like that, and you want to get out there, another 1.9% profit there. That way it could be if you're that way inclined. So that's what I see for this week with these three pairs. I hope you have a good week, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.